Madam Chair.
I would like a quick minute to reply to that lady. I'm not reading, I'm going to read 3 pages.
Please, you are recognized. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, Miss Younglin, I don't know you, and I thank you for speaking out, but you are one of the people who really help in the campaign to elect the people that you want to elect, and by putting out their fake news. So I just want to denounce your fake news, and you're one of the reasons why, that we have the problem we have today. And I just want to let you know that none of the people here, unlike what you said, they're not my people. We are not campaigning. We're just trying to conduct city business. So I would appreciate if you don't keep saying the same thing you say. Thank you.
Hello, Tony. Hello, Major, and all councilmen. Hello, all official. Hello, everyone. My name is Ann. I live in Westminster for more than 30 years. I am the one saying the truth and the right. The first thing I have to say, all of you here must get more headaches, more crazy, because all of her people, stupid people, say something, make dirty this office. I am my people, and I will recall her. The first one, second one, the third one is just left. And the third one died off. Our people and I should be recorded out here, and all of you have a peace and nice day and lovely. That I said. I don't want to see all of your bad people ugly, say stupid and do something wrong. You have to give me a home. My name is Ken. I say what I say. I tell the truth. Thank you all of you. God bless America. God bless all of you. Thank you.
The next speaker is Dominique.
Tell the truth. Tell the facts.
Cái đích phát biểu là ông Con Lê. Good evening, Mayor, council members, staff, and PD officers. I would like to finish all my speech in Germany before the interpreter translated into English. Tại buổi họp đặc biệt của Hội đồng thành phố Westminster vào tháng 12 2022 vừa qua, nghị viên Tài Lỗ và Phó Thị trưởng Carlos Menzo đã thẳng thắn công nhận rằng cuộc bầu cử thị trưởng và nghị viên Hội đồng thành phố 8 tháng 11 vừa qua rất công bằng và chính xác. Đồng thời, hai ông đã hân hoan gửi lời chúc mừng tới ông tân thị trưởng và hai tân nghị viên đã thắng cử với một số phiếu áp đảo gần 20%. Rất tiếc cho đến giờ này chúng ta vẫn chưa nghe được lời chúc mừng từ nghị viên Emily Hồ. Trong suốt thời gian 8 tháng tranh cử 2022 vừa qua, bà Kim Ly Hồ đã chi phí hàng triệu đô la cũng như đã cấu kết với hai vợ chồng nghị viên thành phố Canelo mở chiến dịch tấn công các đối thủ trên các đài truyền thông cả ngày và đêm, đồng thời có nhiều flyer được gửi đến từng nhà với nội dung đầy bịa đặt, xuyên tạc và vu khống. Đại đa số cử tri thành phố Westminster đã sáng suốt nhận định và đã lên tiếng trong ngày 8 tháng 11 vừa qua. Kết quả với chiến thắng áp đảo landslide victory của ông tân thị trưởng và hai tân nghị viên. Thời kỳ tranh cử đã qua, người thắng cử đã tuyên thệ nhậm chức, người thua cuộc vẫn còn có cơ hội trong cuộc bầu cử lần sau. Đó là luật chơi dân chủ. Sau bầu cử, mọi người nên cùng nắm tay nhau để đoàn kết, xây dựng và phát triển thành phố. Những chỉ trích và phê bình nếu có thì chỉ nên phê phán về job performance hoặc xét xem các tranh cử có những lời hứa khi ra tranh cử không. Sau cùng, có hai điều mà bà Kim Ly Hồ có thể làm để chấm dứt tình hình xáo trộn, để trả lại sự bình yên cho thành phố Westminster. Thứ nhất, trong 2 năm qua, bà Hồ đã nổi tiếng nhờ vào bản tính gian manh, dối trá, tráo trở và lật lọng. Người dân thành phố Westminster cũng như trên toàn thế giới qua các phương tiện truyền thông đều nhìn thấy rõ sự kiện bà Hồ đã long trọng chính thức thề hứa sẽ từ chức nếu thua cuộc. Vậy mong bà hãy giữ lời thề hứa đó. Nếu bà vẫn còn một chút danh dự và liêm sỉ, xin đừng hành xử được làm vua thua làm giặc. Thứ hai, trong thời gian chờ đợi bà tiến hành thủ tục từ chức, xin bà hãy ngưng tài trợ, thuê mướn hoặc xúi giục những tay sai đàn em của bà vào hội phá tại các phiên họp hội đồng thành phố. Nhất là xin bà hãy chấm dứt cấu kết với nghị viên Phát Bùi, một chuyên gia về phá hoại chia rẽ cộng đồng Việt Nam. Thank you for listening.
At the special meeting of the City Council of the City of Westminster on the 10th of December 2020, Council Member, then Council Member Kaido and Vice Mayor Al Manzo frankly accept and admit that the election result to elect the mayor and vice mayor was fair. At the same time, those two council members have sent their congratulate to the new mayor and the new city council member with a landslide victory of more than 20% or almost 20%. Regrettably, Council Member Kimberly Ho has yet to congratulate the new elected official. During the 8 months of the 2022 election campaign, Ms. Kimberly Ho spent more than $1 million, and she conspired with the husband and wife of that city council member from the city of Glasgow to attack her opponent on media all day and night. There was flyer that was sent to people's house with content full of lies and propaganda and false accusations. The majority of the voters of the city of Westminster was smart, and they have spoken on election day of November 8, 2022, with a landslide victory for the new mayor and the 2 new city council members. Campaign time is over. The winners have sworn and have taken their seat on the council. The people who lost the election, they still have a chance for the next election. That's the rule of
Hands up.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 1
The rest of the day, followed by Veterans House. May I quickly respond to that, speaker?
Yes, please. Briefly, please.
Well, you allow 3 minutes before. Okay, where is he? I just want to let him know that I did congratulate, and I think he might have conveniently missed my comment right on December 14th. That was at the swearing in. So I just want to let you know that. So if you could please check your facts before speaking, you could help, by not creating chaos. When you do, I think you're in cahoots with the person next to you. And I will soon, if you could, the person next to him, you, Mr. Tony Boy, you always leave after you speak and then you walk away. I would like to respond to you at our normal oral communication at the end. So please stay tuned, okay? Thank you.
Oh, before we start my blog, I just want to have something to say to the city's lawyer.
No, sir. If you want to speak, no.
If anyone interrupt my
If
speech,
you-
I'd like to stop from the beginning. Okay?
Yes, please.
No interruption. During my
Madam
speech,
Clerk,
anyone interrupt my
Madam Clerk.
speech, I demand full-time back.
Please.
And if any one of you,
We need to be fair to everyone here.
I demand to stop the clock and
Please.
start my clock again.
Please. We need to be fair to everyone. So you have 6 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Xin thân ái kính chào tất cả.
Good evening, sincerely reading for everyone.
Xin chia buồn cũng có lời cầu nguyện cho đến những nạn nhân trong vụ động đất vừa qua.
And I would like to share my sorrow with the victim of the recent earthquake.
Ok, vậy là quý vị nghe nói là quý vị mới đi học cái khóa doanh nghiệp để trở thành hiệu trưởng.
I heard that you have just gone through the orientation to become the elected official
Để mà ngồi trên cái đi án.
and to sit on the dais here.
Tôi hy vọng sau khi học thì quý vị hiểu được những cái lời chỉ trích phê bình giáo huấn của tôi.
And so I hope that after the orientation, you would understand my criticism and also my constructive tone.
Mr. Mayor Charlie Rich,
Mayor John.
ông phải hiểu là những cái gọi là quy định này là cái wishful thinking, cái sự mong muốn của quý vị.
You need to understand that the policy here, that's your wishful thinking.
Ông đừng có hoang tưởng tự xứ khi ông dịch cái chữ mayor ra thành thị trưởng, ông nghĩ ông là đô trưởng.
Do not be so illusioned when you translate the word mayor to be a
True mayor là giống như của every city.
a true mayor like a large city in a large city like LA.
Ông phải hiểu cái cơ chế nghĩa là cái management ranking nó khác với cái hội mayor những cái thành phố lớn.
You need to understand the structure of the city versus the structure of those large cities. The way the city
Full-time mayor.
would be managed. Those large cities would have a full-time mayor.
Ông nghĩ ông có thể ra được cái cảnh sát để mà bắt tôi, tầm đầu tôi khi mà tôi trái với ông.
You think you can order the police to arrest me when I speak up against you, when I criticize you, or when I say something that you don't like?
Lần trước tôi đã có dạy cho ông là ra ứng cử để trở thành công một của dân, public servant.
Last time I educated you, and I told you that you ran and get elected to be public servant.
Và tôi không phải là chỉ nghĩ ông stupid, I know you are stupid.
Not only that, I think that you are stupid, think that you are stupid, you are stupid.
Ví dụ, lần trước chính cô Emily trong lúc mà nghị viên House Member đang phát biểu, cô Emily đã interrupt và nói khơi như là trong một cái buổi đi chợ cãi nhau.
So last time when Council Member Manzo was talking, Council Member Amy Fang West interrupt, and she spoke as if she was out there at a public market.
Đó là lý do tại sao trong những cuộc họp mà nó luôn luôn là quá 12 giờ để mới học xong, là tại vì ông không biết cách điều khiển, cũng như là khi mà hồi nãy một cư dân lên không nói về mấy ông mà nói về một cái người mới phát biểu chửi cô ta này nọ, ông ngồi yên. Như vậy một là ông ngu dốt, hai là ông tiếng Việt nó gọi là tiêu cực kép, triple standard, không biết cách điều hành.
And that, these meetings often go past midnight, and that's because you don't know how to run a meeting. You let residents,
Một người này lên chửi một người khác.
you let this resident to come up here personally attack another resident. I don't know why you did that, perhaps because you are stupid or you have a double standard.
Giống như năm qua, một là anh ta ngu, hai là anh ta bị vợ. Khi mà anh ta lên YouTube, anh ta nói là người dân lên vu khống anh ta mà anh ta không thể nói gì hết, tại vì luật bắt anh ta phải đi.
And just like number one, when he's either stupid or he's pulling a fast one. He went on YouTube and he said the resident spoke up against him and he could not say anything because of the rules of the law.
Bằng chứng là hôm nay 9 năm qua có được phá vào mặt anh ta, chứng minh anh ta nói láo. Khi mà anh ta ngồi trên anh ta chửi những người đã dám lên tiếng phản đối anh ta.
So it's proof that he lied because tonight he was up there, he spoke up and he spoke up against the people who came up here to criticize him.
And you're supposed to listen to us, digest what we said, and follow our instruction, not to execute the order from your boss. That you ignore our comment because you already have instruction from your boss. That's not the way to run the city.
Time's up. The next speaker is Deborah Mariscal.
Good evening. Laura Mariscal, Westminster. Council members. I hadn't planned on speaking tonight, so this is off the cuff. As I was listening to people and trying to figure out what I wanted to say. It really saddens me and angers me that people are mudslinging at you. Look, we all sin, we all fall short of the glory of God. We all make mistakes. Hopefully we repent and we turn the other way from those things and we walk in the right ways. I don't know any of you personally, so I don't know what your history is or how things have really gone. But I hope that we can put a stop to these continued accusations and mudslinging, because quite honestly, my time is not worth it to come here and listen to this. Now, the gentleman that just spoke obviously can speak English, and I can understand him. So he doesn't need a translator. If you can speak English, you should speak English. And I'm going to quote Rodney King. Can't we all just get along? The purpose of the city council meeting is to do city business. So now it is 9 o'clock. We're still in speaking our oral comments. Council Member Manzos and Councilmember Ho, I appreciate that you voted no to cut the speaking time from 5 minutes to 3. We have a lot of people that have put time and effort into what they want to say because we are concerned about the future of our city. We're concerned about the financial stability. We're concerned about homelessness. We're concerned about businesses that are leaving, whether we're going to be able to sustain over the next couple of years, although Measure Y passed, as we see businesses leaving the city and we have a lot of cash-only business, where is money going to come from? I could be at home with my husband. There's a lot of other things that I could do, but I care about what is happening in our city. And I want to make sure that you care and that you represent, all of you represent all of us. Thank you.
The next speaker is Ugo.
Good evening. In respect of the lady who just saying that who can speak English should speak English, so I do tonight. First of all, so say good to the council member, especially Nam Quan. I read the 150 pages of the restraining order on you. So, you know, to me, I'm not going to be personal attack, but I'm really concerned that the recently Monterey Park having, during Lunar New Year Eve, there are 10 people got shot by a gunman. And you have the history of going around saying, I'm so embarrassed to say it, but damn tiếng Tam mặt. It's like, fuck you motherfucker, to everyone that you are angry at. You need to go to either angry management or something, because in the court order, they order you to sell the gun. It's an unlicensed gun. But, you know, who you sell to. If the gun is going to some gunman, just like in Monterey Park, it's very dangerous. And to the city council, the mayor is not here, but please send your message to him that city council should be worried. You know, I don't know if Mayor Charlie G are scared if one day you're gonna get mad at him and you have a gun. Who's gonna guarantee when he enters this chamber, he has no gun? I mean, the cops are here, but until they take their gun, he shoot Charlie or shoot Kimberly or shoot, you know, the city attorney if he gets angry. So either you have to have a program, anger management for him to go through, or make sure that he's not carrying a gun into the city chamber. Because even though I don't live in Westminster, I intend to, but right now I am not in the city of Westminster. I still care about the residents. Most of the Vietnamese refugees, you know, we start our life here, and seeing, you know, chaos, and I could hear from the local Americans.
Hands up. Thank you. Mayor now will continue on with.
I believe that we still have the oral communication, right? I mean,
yes,
yeah,
oral communications. We
yes.
now move on to Zoom.
Yeah. How many people we have on this?
Right now we have 4 people with their hand raised.
Okay, all right.
5.
Okay.
Very brief.
Okay, good.
Okay. It's very funny that this kind of lies going on around for so long, and I am here to denounce what that lady just said
It's not a lie.
because it's a totally lie. That's it.
It's not a
That I
lie.
can assure you that.
Please.
I'm not
We already let you have the chance to speak, so now it's time for the council to respond. You done? Okay, thank you. So go ahead and call the next person on Zoom, please.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, the first speaker on Zoom is Claudia S. Please unmute yourself and you.
Sorry. Do not start my timer until I have confirmation you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Buenas noches, my name is Claudia, an actual resident of Westminster. A genuine thank you to Charlie, Nampon, and Amy for giving our city free entertainment. Nampon called us pretty and pathetic, classy, nice and Christian. The presence of you three comes at the expense of our children, our safety, and our finances. Nampon needs to be banned from speaking about other council members and their family, any city gossip. Hello, Brown for speaking about any resident or business owners on his YouTube channel. I do not give Nampon permission to talk about me. His violent past makes him dangerous and a threat to our community. His news is why we need Resolution 5103, denouncing fake news, which ironically Amy cited First Amendment rights, but just voted to shut it up. And just to be clear, I want it on record here and in the presence of the public, our chief and PD, that if harm comes to any of us, our families or properties, I want you to investigate these three and their circles. We have a saying in my family, dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. That translates to, tell me the company you keep and I will tell you who you are. And you three, oh boy, the internet is forever, we all know who you run with. As an involved community leader, my family is always looking for ways to give back. Recently, my son and I, with the Westminster Open Opportunity, cleaned up Westminster Park. Between my son and I, we picked up 787 cigarette butts in under 2 hours. Our city is riddled with crime, traffic incidents ending in death, trash, and our council is constantly in the news for infighting. Amy, Charlie, and Antoine, what is your plan to help the city? Amy, you made the spectacle last month and spoke about the hardships the Vietnamese community has had to endure. No one has denied the tragedy and pain the Vietnamese community has had to live through. But you're not alone. As an indigenous woman, my people have had to endure genocide, colonization, rape, murder, disease, erasure, and so much more. For many of our families, the border crossed us. We were not given refuge back into our land. My elders had to earn it. Our Jewish community suffered through the impossible. Our Black American community lived through slavery and still struggle to stay alive today. Rest in peace, Tyre Nichols. We had the Winnemucca family here in Westminster dragged to encampments in the 40s because they were of Japanese descent. We all have suffered. You are not unique. There is no Bolsa for you, and all of these cultures still live in our city. Though that may be hard for you to acknowledge because you continue to violate the law, you so loudly speak up by blocking constituents and refusing to answer important questions from the people you serve. And the hypocrisy. You talk about culture and tradition, yet you continue to disrespect our council member, Battles Manso. Where is your culture there? You have proof that you don't follow tradition because in my culture, we respect our elders. Councilmember will verify that it's also a common formality in your culture. So I am telling you, check your disrespect. Be the example you taught about for the youth. I would hope you would let your kids to respect you. And as a God-fearing woman, be a decent human being and stop being disrespectful to your elders, colleagues, and us, the people you have the privilege to serve. Respect is earned, and until you start showing us respect, I will address you the way you address others. If you cannot endure the task of serving, then get out. Lastly, happy Black History Month. Though it is ironically, or not, celebrated in the shortest month of the year, may we strive to be better humans. Gracias.
The next speaker on Zoom is Roger M. You may begin speaking. Roger?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please begin.
Okay. Bravo, Claudia. Thank you very much. You're awesome. Good evening, council members, dishonorable mayor and his two puppets. I hope none of you left the room like you have been in the past, like last meeting. That is total disrespect. Nothing I say tonight is an accusation or a personal attack. Just my eyewitness testimony, my reviews of your performance at these council meetings. Nothing is personal, only a review of what I've witnessed here. So, tonight, this is total bullshit that you've already tonight. Allowing this clown F1 to go up on people, intimidating in the midst of public comments, reading a speech, total crap. Some of you don't seem to understand why people speak up frustrated, angry, and negative starting off these meetings. It's on full display. It's at least partially because we have the memory of the last meeting. And this is our only opportunity to address our grievances on what has happened at the prior meeting. We have an obligation to our community to keep you in check. It's our First Amendment right. Completely atrocious, embarrassment every meeting, and there's only been 3 meetings so far with this current council, with Chief Charlie Wynn as mayor and 2 new council members. So far, it's evident that you keep kicking the bar of ethics and professionalism deeper in the depths of hell. Total nightmare so far this year. As to the items on tonight's agenda, item 5.4, adding 2 police officers to add for the homeless liaison. Unless this is already in the current budget, it needs to wait. It is needed for sure, but if the city is broke, and because of the poor leadership of the past poor council, the city is now over a $4 million deficit just for the first quarter. That will still take quite some time to dig out of. There's just no money in this budget for this, so this needs to be tabled or voted down until there's serious budget discussions and can possibly go into next year's budget. If you approve this, this will prove, again, the ineptness and the incompetence of this mayor and this new city council majority. 5.5 and 5.6, another total joke, just like last meeting. Going backwards, a resolution to rescind the resolution of reprimand, Chief Charlie Wynn and then Mayor Treetop. After the last meeting, I expected this to be next. This is just as bad as that was. This is taken to a 10-year-old kid, demanding his mother rescind the time that he was disciplined and made to sit in the corner 5 years ago, or the timeout chair for 30 minutes. It already happened. And this is just going to remind people and educate more people of the despicable behavior and actions of this current mayor. So, Mr. Wynn.
Time's up.
I'm done.
The next speaker is Amy Walsh. Hello?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, please begin.
Well, first thing I wanted to say is I'm going to kind of start up where Roger left off. The fact that these 5.5 and 5.6 have been brought back when just the last meeting, I believe it was Amy that had said, we're trying to move forward. Stop going to the past, we want to move forward. I just keep hearing forward, forward, forward. But lo and behold, here we're jumping back into the time machine and bringing back things that are already done and don't need to be brought back. I think it's completely ridiculous. And talk about it wasting time at these meetings, come on now. Secondly, I talked to many people today, and people I've been hearing saying, you catch more flies with honey, and try to be nicer with your comments and that kind of thing. And I'll tell you, I was going to until Nam Juan decided to speak up and call the constituents and the people that call in petty. Oh gosh, what were the other things? I'm sure other people will yell it out right now. But my point is I will give respect when people earn it. And right now, the 3 council members in question, they aren't earning anyone's respect by how they're acting. I was able to go into the study session yesterday, and I have made comments in regards to Amy West, making sure that she uses the correct terms and names when she's talking about fellow council members. And yesterday, because, I mean, I'm assuming that she just doesn't like me because I, criticize, even though I'm just a resident and she's a council member. It made me laugh that yesterday she misspelled, mispronounced my name, and I thought, wow. So apparently this is just something that maybe she does. I just think, like others have said tonight, not just me, that you and the other two council members, Amy, should really start learning to respect. If you want the respect given to you, you need to earn it, and you need to give it out as well. So for now, I'm just going to keep calling you Amy East until you can understand that Carlos's name isn't just Carlos, it's Carlos Manzo or Councilmember Manzo. That's all.
The next speaker is Camila. Please unmute yourself and we will begin.
Can you hear me, Lucy?
Yes, please go ahead.
Camila, resident of Westminster, I'd say good evening, but I'd be lying. Christian, what the hell did you just allow to happen? Nam Kwan had a prepared statement to read during oral communication, taking time away from the public, and furthermore, he was allowed to chastise, intimidate, and ridicule the public from the damn dais. And by your own estimate of time, Nam Kwan was given more time to respond than members of the public are allowed to speak tonight. So your statement that it was brief is a blatant damn lie. At this point, you have failed to address the issue of Amy blocking constituents, and that list is ever growing. Lastly, stop chit-chatting with her. She needs to pay attention so the public can see that she did more at the recent conference than just sit with her feet up on chairs while she played on her phone. Fair win. You really are difficult to underestimate. You're doing everything you can to run the city like a dictator. There was no need to shorten time tonight, except for you guys. We're merely trying to silence the public. Amy and Nam Kwan keep saying we need to move forward, yet all they seem to do is revisit items from the past. That's holding the city and its residents hostage far away from progress. And tonight there's going to be a tree somewhere in the world working hard to replace the oxygen those two will waste on item 5.5. As for item 5.6, I'm curious as to how Mayor Wayne was able to unilaterally place an item on the agenda. I thought we just had this discussion on January 11th. And this council voted that 2 council members must contact the city manager to place an item on the agenda. There was no provision to allow different treatment for the mayor. Additionally, item 5.3 from January 11th required that requests by council members be made 2 Thursdays prior to the meeting. Moving forward, I ask that the date the request is made be included in the agenda alongside the name of the requesting council members. Transparency is imperative, especially with this dysfunctional council. Councilmember Howell and Councilmember Alonso, thank you for being the only voices of reason on that dais. The behavior by your counterparts is abhorrent, vile, disgusting, and disrespectful. I would say shame on the 3 of you, but you seem to wear shame like a badge of honor. City Manager Cordone, I highly suggest you bring a parliamentarian into aid with these meetings. This council is completely out of order and is going to get us sued. And the residents of this city deserve a hell of a lot better than what we're getting. Thank you and happy Black History Month.
The next speaker is Tammy Hamill. Please unmute yourself and you may begin.
Hi, Tammy Hamill, Westminster president. Can you hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of following the last 2 speakers. I also understand people wanting to move forward and give the new council members a chance, but again, the vice mayor just proved the point of the people saying that he attacks those who oppose him by calling them fools, pathetic, and racist are the words that I remember hearing. And that did look like it was a written statement, so it wasn't even off the cuff. So he wrote it, he sat on it, let it marinate a little bit, and still read it in a council meeting. So he literally is proving the point of everyone who says he attacks the people who oppose him. And not only that, the mayor, who had just talked about decorum, being respectful to the residents, apparently, the only ones he was talking to. Instead of him stopping him by saying, you can't attack residents, that's not decorum, that's not respectful. No, he bangs his gavel at Kimberly Coe, who was speaking up and saying, That's not okay, that's disrespectful. How can you move on when you've got council members, a mayor and a vice mayor, who are acting this way and talking that way about residents? There is no moving forward until you all get respectful, you listen to residents, you stop playing these stupid political games, and you start working for all of the residents of Westminster, not just the ones that you deem worthy. Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak on Zoom, please raise your hand at this time. Hearing no one else has raised their hand, that concludes all communications.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank you all for, to come out and speak your mind. At this point here, I'm open up for the council to respond. As I promised, at the end of the oral communication, so anyone to...
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Since it's 9:22, we have a lot of city business that we have to take care of. Are there a way that we can pull 5.2 to 5.6 to start first? Would that be a consideration?
Yes. City manager, assistant city manager, we can do that right now, right? That's what they vote.
Christian, can you advise us on that?
Well, we have a public hearing on it. You want to pull, or you want to bring and 6 or 5.2? You want to bring them first after public comment? So, yes, excuse me, after the consent calendar. Yes. That's what you're proposing? If the council wishes to do that, they could motion to move those items forward.
Okay, so is that the motion? Is there a second?
Is there a stated time for the public hearing? I just want to make sure.
There's no stated time for the public hearing.
I second.
Okay, according to the city attorney, we can move these items as requested by Councilman West, and we have to second on the floor. Roll call vote, please.
Mayor, just for clarification, can you repeat the items that you wish to move out of order, please?
5.2 to 5.6.
Move it before
the public hearing.
So we're saying that those items are more important than the public hearing item, is that what's I'm hearing?
This is important issues that we have to take care of, and I want to make sure the city business is taken care of. So we have a motion on the floor, I believe, right? And now we're supposed to vote?
we have a motion and
Well, I just want to say, well, it's not city business when we're talking about last year's, was it rescinding of some resolution? And so that's definitely not important. I move to take it in the order that we normally do, which is the public hearing goes next.
Was
there a second to that? Is that a substitute motion?
That's a substitute motion,
Okay,
please.
is there a second to that?
I'll second the substitute motion, the reason being that I feel housing is more important than a denouncement of something that nobody cares about.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
Do we have a vote of substitute?
Motion first.
Yes, so the substitute motion was made by Councilmember Ho, seconded by Councilmember Monzo, to continue the agenda as is. Councilwoman Fan West?
No.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Ho?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Nguyen?
No.
Mayor Nguyen?
No.
Motion fails 2-0.
Go back to this motion, please.
So the original motion was made by Councilwoman Fan West and seconded by the mayor, and that is to move out of order agenda items 5.
I believe the Vice Mayor.
Oh, I'm sorry. Vice Mayor, the second, I will correct that. And that is to move out of order agenda item 5.2 through 5.6 and prior to the public hearing. Councilwoman Van West.
Yeah, I want to say with the homeless, adding 2 more homeless is very important in that 5.4. So that's why I vote for yes.
Thank you. Councilwoman Lonzo.
No.
Councilwoman Cole.
What are we voting on?
The original motion to move the items out of order.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, thank you. Council, Assistant Vice Mayor Nguyen.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Yeah. All right, so next is the consent calendar.
Motion to approve.
Let me read that first.
Yeah.
All matters listed under the consent calendar are considered routine and may be approved by a single motion, followed by a roll call vote. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless members
Ok, bây giờ coi như là cái phần phát biểu đã xong và họ sẽ họp thì nói chung giống như Khải trình bày cái đám ngu dốt này nó chỉ có ý, nó có 3 đứa, thành ra nó sẽ thông qua những cái gì mà nó đã quyết định trước, hoặc là được Ngô Kỵ yêu cầu, hay là được Trần Thái Văn ra lệnh thì tụi nó cứ y vậy, tụi nó thông qua thôi. Thì mình cũng không có gì để mà mình tường trình nữa. Xin thân ái chào tạm biệt.
Good evening, Mayor, Council member, staff, and PD officer. I would like to finish all my speak in Vietnamese before in Puerto translating it to English. Tại buổi họp đặc biệt của Hội đồng thành phố Westminster vào tháng 12 2022 vừa qua, nghị viên Tài Đỗ và Phó thị trưởng Carlos Menzo đã thẳng thắn công nhận rằng cuộc bầu cử thị trưởng và nghị viên Hội đồng thành phố 8 tháng 11 vừa qua rất công bằng và chính xác. Đồng thời, hai ông đã hân hoan gửi lời chúc mừng tới ông tân thị trưởng và hai tân nghị viên đã thắng cử với một số phiếu áp đảo gần 20%. Rất tiếc cho đến giờ này chúng ta vẫn chưa nghe được lời chúc mừng từ nghị viên Kim Lưu Hồ. Trong suốt thời gian 8 tháng tranh cử 2022 vừa qua, và Kim Lưu Hồ đã chi phí hàng triệu đô la cũng như đã cấu kết với hai vợ chồng nghị viên thành phố Cademo mở chiến dịch tấn công các đối thủ trên các đài truyền thông cả ngày và đêm. Đồng thời có nhiều flyer được gửi đến từng nhà với nội dung đầy bịa đặt, xuyên tạc và vu khống. Đại đa số cử tri thành phố Westminster đã sáng suốt nhận định và đã lên tiếng trong ngày 8 tháng 11 vừa qua. Kết quả với chiến thắng áp đảo landslide victory của ông tân thị trưởng và hai tân nghị viên. Thời kỳ tranh cử đã qua, người thắng cử đã tuyên thệ nhậm chức, người thua cuộc vẫn còn có cơ hội trong cuộc bầu cử lần sau. Đó là luật chơi dân chủ. Sau bầu cử, mọi người nên cùng nắm tay nhau để đoàn kết, xây dựng và phát triển thành phố. Những chỉ trích và phê bình nếu có thì chỉ nên phê phán về job performance hoặc xét xem các tranh cử có những lời hứa khi ra tranh cử không. Sau cùng, có hai điều mà bà Kim Ly Hồ có thể làm để chấm dứt tình hình xáo trộn, để trả lại sự bình yên cho thành phố Westminster. Thứ nhất, trong 2 năm qua, bà Hồ đã nổi tiếng nhiều vào bản tính gian manh, dối trá, cháo trở và lật lọng. Người dân thành phố Westminster cũng như trên toàn thế giới qua các phương tiện truyền thông Đều nhìn thấy rõ sự kiện bà Hồ đã long trọng chính thức thề hứa sẽ từ chức nếu thua cuộc. Vậy mong bà hãy giữ lời thề hứa đó. Nếu bà vẫn còn một chút danh dự và liêm sỉ, xin đừng hành xử được làm vua tua làm giặc. Thứ hai, trong thời gian chờ đợi bà tiến hành thủ tục từ chức, xin bà hãy ngưng tài trợ, thuê mướn hoặc xúi giục những tay sai đàn em của bà vào quậy phá tại các phiên họp hội đồng thành phố. Nhất là xin bà hãy chấm dứt cấu kết với nghị viên Phát Bùi, một chuyên gia về phá hoại chia rẽ cộng đồng Việt Nam. Thank you for listening.
At the special meeting of the City Council of the City of Westminster on December 2020, then Council Member Kaido and Vice Mayor Alfonso frankly accept and admit that the election result to elect the mayor and vice mayor was fair. At the same time, those two council members have sent their congratulate to the new mayor and the new city council member with a landslide victory of more than 20% or almost 20%. Regrettably, Council Member Kimberly Hall had yet to congratulate the new elected official. During the 8 months of the 2022 election campaign, Ms. Kimberly Hall spent more than $1 million, and she conspired with the husband and wife of that city council member from the city of Garden Grove to attack her opponent on media all day and night. There was a flyer that was sent to people's house with content full of lies and propaganda and all accusations. The majority of the voters of the city of Westminster was smart, and they have spoken on election day of November 8, 2022, with landslide victory for the new mayor and the two new city council members. Campaign time is over. The winner have sworn and have taken their seat on the council. The people who lost the election, they still have a chance for the next election. That's the rule of
Hands up. The next speaker is Viet Thanh, followed by Deborah Munster.
Nói vài câu thì nói tiếp đi.
May I quickly respond to that speaker?
Yes, please. Please.
Well, you allow 3 minutes before. Okay, Gracie, I just want to let you know that I did congratulate, and I think he might have conveniently missed my comments right on December 14th. That was at the swearing in. So I just want to let you know that. So if you could please check your facts before speaking, you could help, by not creating chaos. When you do, I think you're in cahoots with the person next to you, and I will soon, if you could, the person next to him, you, Mr. Tony Boyd, you always leave after you speak, and then you walk away. I would like to respond to you at our normal oral communication at the end. So please stay tuned, okay? Thank you.
Oh, before you start my clock, I just want to have something to say to the city's lawyer.
No, sir. If you want to
To you
speak,
too.
no.
If anyone interrupt my speech, I like to stop from the beginning. Okay?
Yes, please.
No interruption. During my speech,
Madam,
anyone interrupt my speech, I demand full time back.
Please.
And if any one of you stand up and walk out of the room, I demand to stop the clock and start my clock again.
Please. We need to be fair to everyone. So you have 6 minutes. Go ahead, stop.
Xin thân ái kính chào tất cả.
Good evening. My sincerely greeting to everyone.
And xin chia buồn cũng như có lời cầu nguyện với những nạn nhân trong cuộc động đất vừa qua ở vùng Trung Đông, Trung Á.
And I would like to share my sorrow with the victim of the recent earthquakes.
Ok, vậy là quý vị nghe nói là quý vị mới đi học cái khóa tu nghiệp để trở thành dân cử.
I heard that you have just gone through the orientation to become an elected official.
Để mà ngồi trên cái dais này.
To sit on the dais here.
Tôi hy vọng sau khi học thì quý vị hiểu được những cái lời chỉ trích phê bình, giáo huấn của tôi.
And so I hope that after the orientation you would understand my criticism and also my instructive comment.
Mr. Mayor Charlie Nguyễn.
Mr. Mayor Charlie Nguyễn.
Ông phải hiểu là những cái gọi là quy định này là cái wishful thinking, cái sự mong muốn của quý vị.
You need to understand that the policy here, that's your wishful thinking.
Ông đừng có hoang tưởng tự sướng khi ông dịch cái chữ mayor ra thành thị trưởng, ông nghĩ ông là đô trưởng.
Do not be so illusionate when you translate the word mayor to be a
true mayor, like giống như của LA City.
A true mayor like a large city, in a large city like LA.
Ông phải hiểu cái cơ chế, nhớ là dịch là cái management, managing, nó khác với cái loại mayor của những cái thành phố lớn.
You need to understand the structure of the city versus the structure of those large city. The way the city
full-time mayor
would be managed, those large city would have a full-time mayor.
Ông nghĩ ông có thể ra lệnh cho cảnh sát để mà bắt tôi, cầm đầu tôi khi mà tôi trái ý ông?
You think that you can order the police to arrest me when I speak up against you, when I criticize you, or when I say something that you don't like?
Lần trước tôi đã có dạy cho ông là ra ứng cử để trở thành công bộc của dân, public servant.
Last time I educated you and I told you that you ran to get elected to be a public servant.
Và tôi không phải là chỉ nghĩ ông stupid. I know you are stupid.
Not only that, I think that you are stupid. You are stupid.
Ví dụ, lần trước chính cô Amy, trong lúc mà nghị viên Carlos Manzo đang phát biểu, cô Amy đã interrupt và nói khơi khơi như là trong một cái buổi đi chợ cãi nhau.
So last time when Council Member Carlos Manzo was talking, Council Member Amy Phang West interrupt and she spoke as if she was out there at a public market.
Đó là lý do tại sao trong những cuộc họp mà nó luôn luôn là quá giờ, quá 12 giờ đêm mới học xong, là tại vì ông không biết cách điều khiển. Cũng như là khi mà hồi nãy một cư dân lên không nói về mấy ông mà nói về một cái người mới phát biểu, chửi cô ta này nọ mà ông ngồi yên. Như vậy một là ông ngu dốt, hai là ông, tiếng Việt nó gọi là tiêu chuẩn kép, double standard, không biết cách điều hành.
And that, these meetings often go past midnight, and that's because you don't know how to run a meeting. You let resident.
Một người này lên chửi một người khác.
You let this resident to come up here to personally attack another resident. I don't know why you did that. Perhaps because you are stupid or you have a double standard.
Giống như năm qua, một là anh ta ngu, hai là anh ta bịp bợm. Khi mà anh ta lên YouTube, anh ta nói là người dân lên vu khống anh ta mà anh ta không thể nói gì hết, tại vì luật bắt anh ta phải im.
And just like Nam Wan Win, or he's either stupid or he's is fooling a fast one. He went on YouTube and he said the resident spoke up against him and he could not say anything because of the rules of the law.
Bằng chứng là hôm nay chính Nam Quang đã tự vả vào mặt anh ta, chứng minh anh ta nói láo khi mà anh ta ngồi trên đây, anh ta chửi những người đã dám lên tiếng phản đối anh ta.
So there's proof that he lied because tonight he was up there, he spoke up and he spoke up against the people who came up here to criticize him.
And you're supposed to listen to us, digest what we said, and follow our instruction, not to execute the order from your boss. That you ignore our comment because you already have instruction from your boss. That's not the way to run the city.
Next